Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing some mind-blowing twists in General Hospital that have left fans scratching their heads. There's been a lot of buzz surrounding one of the most shocking developments recently, and trust me, this one's going to leave you questioning everything. So, let's dive into it. Let's start by addressing something we never saw coming, the death of Sam McCall. I know, it's hard to believe that the beloved character, played by Kelly Monaco, was actually killed off. Not only was her departure sudden, but the way it all happened made it clear that even a soap opera phoenix couldn't rise from these ashes. That's right, the character's death seemed so definitive that it ruled out any possibility of her return in the near future. Sam's tragic end wasn't just a plot twist, it was a narrative decision that left fans devastated, marking an emotional conclusion to one of General Hospital's most iconic storylines. Speaking of Sam's exit, it's hard not to think about the motives behind her death. Why did General Hospital decide to take such a drastic turn for this fan-favorite character? Was there some deeper meaning behind it, or was it simply a dramatic choice to elevate the stakes in the show's ongoing storylines? For those of you who are curious about the behind-the-scenes reasons, Kelly Monaco herself has shared insights in various interviews and articles, shedding light on her personal reaction to the role's conclusion. It's fascinating to consider her perspective on the matter, especially as we reflect on the emotional impact this departure has had on viewers. Now, when we talk about shocking decisions in soap operas, we have to mention the person responsible for Sam's untimely death, Cyrus Renault. If you've been keeping up with General Hospital, you already know that Cyrus is no stranger to controversy. But why would he kill someone like Sam? Well, the answer might be simpler than we think. Although it seems like a completely out-of-nowhere move, there's a strange kind of logic to Cyrus's actions when you dig deeper into his character. While his role has often been seen as that of a villain, there's a peculiar method to his madness. Cyrus's obsession with the Spencer family, particularly his sister Laura and her children, has been well documented throughout the series. This obsession takes a darker turn when he begins fixating on the people around Laura, making his behavior increasingly unsettling. Take, for example, his attempt to get closer to Spencer. Despite all his efforts, Cyrus never truly managed to worm his way into Spencer's life in any meaningful way. His creepy attempts to insert himself into the Spencer family circle became more than just an unsettling quirk, it signaled a deeper, more sinister obsession that would later influence his drastic decisions. And then there's the chilling moment when Cyrus, sitting beside Lulu's hospital bed, vowed to do whatever it takes to ensure her happiness. That line, "whatever it takes," is the kind of phrase that haunts you when you think about it in hindsight. Cyrus's devotion to Lulu and his willingness to cross lines to help her feel fulfilled suggests that his actions were driven by a twisted sense of care, a care that, in his mind, justified anything, even murder. It's this deeply unsettling devotion to his family and the lengths he's willing to go to for them that makes his character so dangerous. And when Lulu's recovery seemed to open the door for a possible reunion with Dante, it seemed that Cyrus took matters into his own hands. I know it might seem far-fetched, but considering General Hospital's recent direction, it's entirely possible. Perhaps Cyrus believed that by removing a significant obstacle in the form of Sam, he could pave the way for Lulu's happiness. It's a strange and twisted logic, but when you really think about it, it aligns with his obsession and his perception of what is best for his family. Yes, the idea of Cyrus orchestrating Sam's death to clear the path for a potential Dante-Lulu reunion is as bizarre as it sounds, but hey, we're talking about soap operas here, and nothing is ever as simple as it seems. And so, we arrive at the big question: why did Cyrus kill Sam? While some might consider this a plotline gone too far, others might argue that it fits perfectly within his character's deeply rooted obsession with the Spencer family. At the end of the day, whether it was about love, control, or an unhealthy sense of duty, Cyrus's actions set off a chain of events that irrevocably altered the landscape of General Hospital. Now, as fans, we're left to grapple with the aftermath of this decision, wondering how it will influence the show's future. Next, we've got a whirlwind of drama and intrigue happening at General Hospital, and trust me, it's a lot to unpack. From mysterious attacks to shocking revelations at the Quartermaine Christmas party, this one's a roller coaster of emotions and suspense. So, grab some popcorn, and let's dive into the chaos that's unfolded. First up, let's talk about the bizarre and chilling events surrounding a mysterious figure sneaking into a patient's room at GH. In a scene that feels ripped straight from a thriller, an unknown individual, who could be either an African-American male or potentially a female, enters the room, holding a syringe and vial of digitalis. Without hesitation, they inject something into the bag. Is this an angel of mercy, offering a compassionate but controversial act of euthanasia, or is it the work of a serial killer preying on vulnerable patients? This is eerily reminiscent of how Sam McCall met her tragic fate, as she too was poisoned through her with a lethal dose of digitalis. Could this be the same person responsible for her death, or is it a completely random act of violence targeting innocent victims in the hospital? As if that wasn't enough to raise eyebrows, Elizabeth Baldwin, ever the keen observer, senses that something's terribly wrong. Her instincts tell her that the situation at GH is spiraling out of control. Could Sam's death have been a result of this very person tampering with her bag? If so, it suggests that this isn't just a personal vendetta against Sam, but a series of carefully orchestrated, random attacks. The mystery deepens as we consider whether the identity of the perpetrator is still a secret or if the hospital is being stalked by a malevolent force. Meanwhile, outside the hospital, Dex Heller finds himself in an even more precarious situation. After confronting Cyrus Renault about his strange hospital visit on Halloween, Dex is now found outside, investigating a garbage can under the dim light of a flashlight. But things take a dark turn when he's suddenly stabbed in the back. Could it be that someone is watching Dex closely and is now determined to silence him for good? As Dex stumbles, we are left wondering, was it a knife that caused the wound, or could the same mysterious figure have injected him with digitalis as well? Could Dex now be a victim of the same sinister force that is targeting GH patients? We'll have to wait and see how this plays out, but one thing is clear, Dex's life is in serious danger. The drama doesn't stop there, though. The evening of the Quartermaine Christmas party arrives, and what should be a festive celebration quickly descends into chaos. Nina Reeves is visibly stunned when she hears Brooke Lynn Chase exclaim, "What happened?" The tension in the room is palpable as Jocelyn Jacks looks on in disbelief. Drew Quartermaine stands nearby, clearly rattled by the shocking scene unfolding in front of him. But it's not just the Quartermaines who are feeling the pressure. Olivia Quartermaine, anxious about Dante Falconeri's whereabouts, senses that something terrible is unfolding right before her eyes. The family's holiday gathering is turned upside down, and no one knows just how deep the drama goes. Then, as if things weren't tense enough, a woman's voice shouts, "Officer down, officer down." Is this related to Dex's stabbing? Or is it something entirely different? Perhaps it's a sign that one of the officers on the scene has been attacked, heightening the sense of danger that seems to be gripping the Quartermaine estate. This is a pivotal moment, with everyone on edge, not knowing who or what will be the next target in this series of shocking events. But the tension doesn't stop there. Things take an even more jaw-dropping turn when Drew and Willow Corinthos find themselves in a compromising situation. It all started with Willow, but the chaos escalates when Michael Corinthos, always the drama instigator, reveals that he's been secretly streaming footage from his nanny cam. The video shows Willow and Drew in an intimate, vulnerable moment on the nursery floor, and the fallout is as intense as you can imagine. Drew, in a fit of frustration, yells, "Turn it off," but it's too late, the damage is done. And just when you think things can't get any more complicated, Carly Spencer enters the scene, witnessing the chaos unfold. Her reaction is nothing short of explosive, and she screams, "USOB." The burning question is, who is she directing her anger toward? Is it Drew for his involvement with Willow, or could Carly be furious with her own son, Michael, for orchestrating this entire mess? Michael, for his part, seems to be enjoying the drama a little too much, barely able to contain his laughter as the entire party unravels before his eyes. It's a moment that perfectly encapsulates the mix of shock, betrayal, and family dysfunction that General Hospital is known for. And there we have it, the whirlwind of suspense, danger, and drama that's currently rocking General Hospital. From the mysterious injections of digitalis to Dex's dangerous confrontation, and the shocking revelations at the Quartermaine Christmas party, it's clear that the drama is heating up to an entirely new level. What do you think about all this? Who do you suspect is behind the mysterious attacks, and how do you think the chaos at the Quartermaine party will resolve? We're diving deep into the ever-evolving character of Sonny Corinthos on General Hospital. For years, we've all known Sonny as the guy who simply couldn't be alone for long. His relationships were often a roller coaster, and every breakup seemed to lead straight into the arms of the next woman. But lately, something's been different, and it's raising eyebrows. So, let's take a closer look at the pattern Sonny has followed for years, and how he's broken it this time around. For a long time, Sonny Corinthos was the quintessential serial dater. He could never seem to weather a breakup without jumping into another relationship almost immediately. The idea of being single just wasn't something Sonny could tolerate. We've seen him with countless women over the years, and each time, it's like he couldn't bear the idea of being alone. Whether it was his relationships with women like Brenda Barrett, Carly Spencer, or even more recent flings, Sonny always seemed to bounce back quickly, usually with a new partner by his side. The guy just didn't do alone. And let's face it, being in the spotlight like he is, both as a powerful mob boss and a public figure, made it even harder for him to avoid the attention and the temptation of new relationships. But fast forward to today, and something has changed. This time around, after his breakup with Nina Reeves, Sonny has been shockingly low-key in his romantic pursuits. Gone are the days of diving headfirst into another whirlwind romance. Instead, Sonny's been keeping his relationships with other women purely platonic. The whole situation has left fans scratching their heads. Is Sonny finally growing up, or is this just a temporary phase? When Sonny's split with Nina first happened, many fans expected him to rebound in his usual fashion. But what followed was truly unexpected. Sonny hasn't been rushing into relationships the way he typically does. Instead, he's been spending time with women, sure, but not in the intense, romantic ways we've seen before. He's enjoying platonic company, and it's almost as though he's taking the time to heal from his past relationships. This has been a huge surprise, especially when we consider how Sonny has acted in the past. For someone who thrives on the comfort of a partner, this sudden change has left viewers divided. Some fans are excited by the prospect of a more introspective Sonny, while others are wondering whether he's lost his edge. One of the most notable moments in this shift occurred when Ava Jerome moved in with Sonny earlier this year. Given their past chemistry and history, we all expected fireworks, romantic fireworks, to be specific. But much to our surprise, things didn't go the way we thought. Sure, there was that one steamy kiss between Sonny and Ava, but that was it. Nothing more. This was a far cry from Sonny's usual behavior, where he would have quickly moved on to something more intense. Instead, Ava got burned. She let her guard down, believing there could be something real between her and Sonny, only to have him pull back. And this time, Sonny didn't even use her to fill the void left by his single life. He didn't let himself fall back into a relationship for comfort. This, in itself, was a huge departure from the Sonny we've known. Now, we all know Sonny isn't exactly the most loyal guy when it comes to relationships. He's prone to looking around, and sure enough, when Natalia Ramirez entered the picture, Sonny's attention shifted. This was almost a given, right? We've seen it before. Sonny has a tendency to let his eyes wander when someone new comes into the scene. And when that happens, his current relationships often take a back seat. But even with Natalia around, Sonny didn't exactly go full throttle. Sure, he pushed for her to stay in Port Charles, but since then, their relationship hasn't really developed in any significant way. There's been no passionate romance, no heated confrontations, or desperate longing. Instead, it seems like another chapter in Sonny's life that's just floating. Not quite a romantic success, but not a total failure either. But perhaps the biggest shock came this past summer when Sonny had the chance to reconnect with Carly Spencer. We all know the history there. Sonny and Carly have been through thick and thin, and their relationship has seen its fair share of ups and downs. However, when Carly gave him a fake alibi, many fans expected that to be the moment when they would fall back into each other's arms, reigniting their old flame. After all, in the past, they couldn't have shared such a close moment without rekindling their love. But Sonny didn't bite. In fact, it was as if he couldn't even be bothered to pretend they were still a legitimate couple. This was a shocking turn of events, considering how passionately Sonny and Carly have been in the past. And it only further cements the idea that Sonny is not the man he once was. Something has changed within him, whether it's personal growth, a shift in priorities, or simply a new chapter in his life, we can't say for sure. But it's clear that the Sonny we know is evolving. So, what does all of this mean for Sonny's future? Has he truly changed, or is this just a temporary break from his usual patterns? It's difficult to say. Sonny's character has always been driven by his need for companionship, but now, we're seeing a different side of him, a side that's more introspective and seemingly uninterested in rekindling old relationships or jumping into new ones. Is this a new era for Sonny Corinthos, one where he focuses on himself and perhaps even starts to heal from the emotional turmoil of his past? Or is this just a phase, and we'll see the old Sonny, the serial dater, return before long? Only time will tell. Next, we're talking about the latest General Hospital preview that has everyone buzzing and worrying. The possibility that Dex might have been stabbed in Rice Plaza has fans on edge, especially since his encounter with Cyrus Renault earlier this week took things to a whole new level. With spoilers hinting at life-changing news for Jocelyn on December 13th, the stakes are higher than ever for Dex and Joss. So let's break down what's happening and what this could mean for the fan-favorite couple, Jax. Did Cyrus strike again? First, let's address the big elephant in the room. Did Cyrus have something to do with the attack on Dex? Monday's episode made it clear that Cyrus Renault is more dangerous than ever. Now that we know he's responsible for killing Sam McCall, it wouldn't be a stretch to suspect that he's also behind this mysterious stabbing. Fans are understandably worried, and the tension is palpable. A tweet from a fan named Gigi summed it up perfectly: "If Dex dies, I am going to lose it." And honestly, who can blame her? Dex has become a pivotal character, and his storyline with Jocelyn is one of the most compelling arcs on the show right now. But what if this isn't the end for Dex, but rather the beginning of something even bigger? A golden opportunity for Jax. While some fans are worried about Dex's fate, others are hoping this dramatic turn will finally give Jax the depth and development they deserve. The chemistry between Eden McCoy, Jocelyn, and Evan Hofer, Dex, is undeniable. Fans have been raving about it since their very first scenes together. One fan on X put it best: Eden and Evan share so much chemistry. Utilize this energy, and stop wasting it. If the stabbing leads to more screen time and richer storylines for Joss and Dex, it could be a turning point not just for their relationship, but for their individual character arcs as well. Jocelyn's reaction to Dex being in danger could reveal a more vulnerable, emotionally complex side of her that fans haven't seen yet. Likewise, Dex's struggle to recover, or fight for his life, could bring new layers to his character and his connection with Joss. What's next for Jocelyn? The spoilers for December 13th hint that Jocelyn is about to receive life-altering news. What could this mean? If Dex's attack is connected, the possibilities are endless. Could she be faced with the devastating reality that Dex's life hangs in the balance? Or could it be something even more shocking, like finding out the true identity of his attacker? Given the show's history of intertwining drama and suspense, it's safe to say that whatever happens will lead Jocelyn at a crossroads. This moment could also serve as a major turning point for Dex. Will the trauma of this event bring them closer together, or will it push them apart? It's hard to say, but fans are hopeful that the couple will emerge stronger than ever. After all, adversity often leads to the most memorable soap opera romances. The future of Dex. As much as we're all on edge about Dex's fate, there's reason to be optimistic about what's coming for Dex. Fans have been vocal about their love for the pairing, and it's clear that Eden and Evan have the acting chops to carry a weighty, emotional storyline. If this incident leads to a deeper exploration of their relationship and gives them the screen time they deserve, it could solidify Dex as one of the most iconic couples in General Hospital history. That said, there's still a lot we don't know. Will Cyrus be revealed as the mastermind behind the attack? Will Dex survive, and if he does, what will his recovery look like? And how will Jocelyn cope with the aftermath? Whatever happens, one thing's for sure, December 13th is a date we won't want to miss. Your thoughts? So, what do you think? Are you worried about Dex's fate, or do you think this attack could be the start of something transformative for him and Jocelyn? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more General Hospital updates. I'll be breaking down every twist and turn as it happens.